Hello, junk journalers. I'm joining the ABC April 2025 collaboration, and it looks like it's A through Z, skipping Sundays. And so yesterday was A. I did an altered Amazon book mailer for a study, right here, that I'm going through. And B for butterfly-shaped catalog books, altered. And so I've got 2 butterfly shapes that I came up with from Pinterest. None of this is my original idea, and I'll get better at joining in on the hashtag and giving the 2 ladies credit that started this. But when you open up the journal, I've done a couple different shapes: a heart, a mushroom, a rainbow, a couple butterflies, and so yeah. I'm inspired to make it like a little inspiration for scripture or sayings or encouragement, pictures. So this piece is a piece of wallpaper, individual pieces of they're longer than 12 by 12, so it fit across the whole journal. And I trimmed it with lace from the Dollar Tree. And so when it's open, it looks like a butterfly. And then it's half wing when it's closed. So I've got a cluster, and you open it up. I've used catalog pages. I've used specialty scrapbook paper, like this is glitter paper. It's still a work in progress. This is some scraps from that side and a pocket. I've used a pocket. And I folded up a beautiful piece of music wrapping paper, and it just folded all up so that it takes up some girth, and it's for it's for journaling. And then comes the first piece of banding. I put the peach colored banding here. I'd gotten some years ago on Etsy, and I got some beautiful scrapbook paper. This is another catalog calendar page. I think I'm going to make, see how I've got this rounded tag from some kitchen towels I just gave my kid and his fiance. And I'm going to cover it, and I think I'm going to make a little round tuck spot and put some tags in with the roses. I've already added a butterfly, so I'm still adding as I go through. And it's very meticulous. I just took a free mailer and I cut it into a shape. This is the free mailer that I had. I made a heart. When you open this up, it's a heart. It's free mailers. You guys get them all the time. Catalogs, mailers. This is advertisements for home improvement. And I cut it into a heart, and then I'm going to have to alter it and put all kinds of things to cover it. That's what I've done with the book. It's these 2 happen to be, I think, ChristianBook.com magazines, catalogs. So scrapbook paper, the scrapbook paper doesn't quite go 12 by 12, so I had to kind of embellish with some of the calendar pages. Don't know if I'm going to cover that with, tucks, belly bands. I still have lots of things to consider about adding. I got to consider how I'm going to do these, because these beautiful calendar pages kind of take up the whole thing, and it's a saying within itself, right? So I can maybe add some pictures here, or put some squares in a solid color and have lists of things that I consider beautiful, kind of thing. And then this is scrapbook pages that kind of coordinate, a couple different pages that I coordinate. I have a belly band here. And so I can't get the whole butterfly in with one piece of 12 by 12. So here I did that, and I took a scrap from the previous page. Calendar. So you get it. See, it's basically I've sandwiched the actual piece that came in the mail. One side between tape, glue, and hot glue. I have been able to sandwich the pages, like glue this side down cut, and then put this here and cut. And so the actual page is in between. So I'm taking up too much time to explain that, but I think you get the gist. This was the calendar cover, so it's a little bit thicker. And it's beautiful from the back side, but I added the pink on this light pink with this pink and purple scrapbook paper. And then scraps of the glitter page, and I should have probably, if I'd have been thinking ahead of time, I would have made it into a pocket, but I literally cut the scraps from the beginning of the book to fit here, and that's a scrap from the cover and a calendar page. So yeah, so that's the first butterfly shape. And then this is a very bizarre shape. I would have never thought of it on my own, but I saw it on Pinterest and copied it. So I have designer scrapbook paper from years ago at Joann's, a cluster, and then here we go, calendar page. I had to cut all the pretty parts off, so I've meticulously piecemealed in florals to cover that up, to make it go further. Looks like that needs to be glued down. And you know, like I said, I've got to add pockets. I still can't figure out how to embellish this. Probably going to do a pocket that goes all the way across here in like maybe a solid color or a coordinating paper, and then tuck tags and stuff in here. Blessings Bloom. I think that's this page instead of the cover of the calendar. And then I used baby blue on some scrapbook paper. So yeah, you can see that it's not a perfect job. It's sandwiched here, and I need to, go along and glue. Scrapbook paper. I'm beginning to embellish, but still have a long way to go. This was actually scraps of the blue, peach, and pink. So yeah, and it goes on like about 12 sheets per book. And here's a tuck spot. I've already added a couple little things. These are all scraps from the papers that I've cut and making tags. And yeah, little white butterfly. Yeah, God bless you. See you for the letter C.